Hi everyone, this is Diane. I am working on final touches on these journals. So I've gone through mine and I think I've got pretty much everything in there that I want, and it's full enough, but there's room for working in it, which is what I wanted. I saved these buttons that came with this journal when I bought it, and I will be adding them to my bead dangle. There were a couple of trims that I wanted to include in this, so that she had put in the little kit, and they're just rickrack, I think. I know one is rickrack. Yeah, they both were. This one, and then there's another rickrack. I just liked the colors with this, so I added those personal little touches from Selena, from the kit that I bought from her, and added some other things that I want to make sure I include in the other journals. So I'm going to work on that, and I don't know if it's going to be interesting enough for you, but I mean, we'll give it a shot. Maybe I can do some chit chat. So I'm gonna start with the three bears. I have this little pocket that I made with V-tack fabric and a little bit of patchwork and a random scrap of lace, and some other papers, some doilies, and some of these will just be included in a little add-on kit that I send, and some will be included in the journal. Like I have these postcards that have homey images and some greeting cards that have homes. I think these are the two I was going to add. I don't remember now. There's either a home pictured or a homey activity. So she's baking and she is playing the piano. So some of these will be for the other journal. So let's go. I'm just going to open up the book and start. And I have my little book here to make sure that I include what I want to include. Oh, I have these little playing cards too. This already has a little note paper in it, but I will include, I guess this one, just this vintage memo paper. I am rearranging the papers too because I have two book pages together and the shelf liner and wrapping paper together, so I kind of want to separate those. So this is, I got two pages, scrapbook paper, or I mean the wrapping paper. This is the Three Bears book, right? Yes. So I'm going to add this little image of the boy tossing his teddy bear. Just glue it on the page for a decoration. And while I fussy cut, I can just chat a little bit. I don't want to do a lot of editing in this. I'll edit where I have to, but I don't really have a lot to talk about, but I have yesterday free of any activities or errands to run, and today seems to be that way also. And it's rainy, and I've been feeling introspective. I've been thinking a lot, just being quiet and thinking, and that it's good to have days like that. They don't happen often enough. I have to say though, I got a lot of work done on these journals yesterday because I had uninterrupted time down here. But by evening time, when it was time to chill for the evening, I start feeling lonely because I haven't been with anybody all day, and I'll probably feel lonely tonight too. But My daughter's off, but her husband has the same days off she has. So I don't bother them if she messaged me and say, hey, you want to go to lunch, or hey, you want to do this. I would drop everything and go, but I try to leave them alone. When I moved in, when I was getting ready to move in here, I told her, I'm going to have to learn to live next door to you without being intrusive. And she said, same. But she's never intrusive. So I don't know if anybody's going to contact me or want to do anything with me, but it's okay if they don't. So I'm just having a quiet day, which I long for sometimes. Well, let's see. There were these action lines around the bear to show that he was being tossed in the air. Maybe I can draw those. So in my introspection, I've been thinking about my crafting. We have to do that every now and then. We have to evaluate what we've been doing, what we want in the future, how we want to change things, because it shouldn't just be static. And I was thinking this morning about selling off a certain type of journal supply, a certain theme, I guess, which kind of surprised me that I kind of went there in my head. So it's something I have to think about before I actually do it. Let's see. I think that shows some movement. He got tossed up there and he's wiggling from being tossed. I think that shows that he just threw that bear up in the air. And the baby's having fun, but I don't think the bear is. And that's 2 book pages together, so I'm going to move that. This belongs here. I have 2 tags in this pocket. But I think the greeting cards, I might put a greeting card in the pocket. One that's not very wide. Or maybe I could just sew it in. I think I'm going to just tuck this page into a pocket. And then sew the greeting card in, but not there. This is one of those vintage ads, pamphlet for home improvement supplies, but it's nothing to journal on. So this is probably too big. This is a time for keeping track of hours worked when you worked on the railroad. So that's a nice journaling spot there. And this is where I will put that feed sack fabric. I always say flea market when I want to say feed sack fabric. I don't know why I do that. Just put that there. And I will include one of the postcards in this packet. I love this one. I won't stick it in there until the glue is dry. And I'll just add this little image of a house here. It came from a scrapbook paper. And that is one signature done. Here we do have a journaling card, but I would like to tuck another paper in for writing. Let's see what I have here. It's a little list paper. Great things are done by a series of small things brought together. Vincent van Gogh. It's important to remember. If you want to accomplish something, you have to start. It takes little steps. Let me see if any of these are ones I want to keep out. That would be fun. Just any of these random papers for writing on. I won't use all of these. I'll just have some to choose from. Okay, let's move on. I think I'll just glue this here so you can write on that. Or actually, I use my ATG gun. I'm missing a piece of stationery, I realized when I was going through these books yesterday. I'm going to go get it now or I will forget. I'll just put this one in. Oh, there it is. It was just in the wrong place. I'll put that one in. It's got the little girl mailing a letter. That's too wide. I think all the cards I picked out are too wide to go in a pocket. If I put it in the middle, you'll be able to see it closed to complete the scene. So I think I'll do that. I'll just sew it into the middle. I'm going to add this into mine. I still want to add something in here. I have this craft lined paper. This is a chair that Goldilocks broke. I'm just going to staple these to the edge of this page. Now you have writing space. Now, did I already put a postcard in this signature? I have a greeting card. not a postcard, so that can go in here. She's ironing. And this I have to back onto something so it can be journaled on. It's a bear family going grocery shopping, or shopping at the general store. Oh, they're buying earmuffs. Should have used my ATG for this. I always forget about it. But to do straight edges, it's perfect for that, if you're not going to sew on it. If you want to sew on it, you can use the wet glue, because the wet glue will dry and then you can sew, but the tape will not dry and you should not sew on it. So maybe I'll sew around this later. I'm going to put, oh, I was going to put a flashcard. I have a flashcard in mind, but I already used the flashcard in a different signature. So we have this one, another of those old ads. I got a pile of these. I don't know how old they are, but I was thinking 50s or 60s, because some of them advertise lead paint. I have to back this. This is from a 1930s, I think it was 30s. It wasn't any newer than that. Ward's catalog, I think. And maybe I can include one of these images that Carolyn sent to me. Or, no, it wasn't Carolyn. This was Julie. And I'll tuck this right in there. So, back to my introspection. I go through periods pretty frequently, actually, of rethinking what I'm doing and wondering if I need to change course, I'll put a postcard in here with that cute little house image. Change up how I'm doing things, and like that. I think about things like that. And I think about the fact that I make so many different kinds of journals, which requires that I have so many different types of supplies, which can get kind of chaotic. So I think about that, and I think I want to work toward refining what I do. And I don't know what that's going to look like. I'll add some ribbon in here. I might as well do it in mine too while I'm at it. It's a little too short. But I got an idea for a journal. I mean, it's already one I've collected stuff for. It's in my theme packs, and I've made journals with this theme before. But I was watching a video of some journals that had been created, and she had used William Morris digital kit, and I think I'm pretty sure I bought a William Morris digital kit that I haven't used yet. And I thought, well, she didn't have this theme item that I'm thinking of. She didn't have that in her journal, but I thought, for some reason, it came to my mind, and I thought that would be great to combine that theme with the William Morris prints. And I think I need to make my Disney journals when I'm finished with these, just to know that they're done. I want them done before we go to Disney so that when we get back, we can just start putting our stuff in them. But maybe I'll break my list. I've shown you my notebook that has my lists of how I make my journals and which one's going to come next and all of that. But once in a while, I feel inspiration that needs to be listened to. So that journal might come next after the Disney ones. And you notice I'm not telling you what the theme is that I want to combine with William Morris. All right, so this journal is ready to be sewn in. I wonder if I should put a pocket on the back, which I normally do. I think I could. Let's think about that. Where are we? 32 minutes. Wow. Okay, what kind of a pocket? I usually do a library pocket. I have a library pocket here. I have this, that would go better in mine. It's just from a masterboard. Wonder if I have more of that. I have another piece that's set aside for the other journal. Oh, I see one. So these are the masterboard pieces I have. I like this one for the Three Bears. Looks woodsy. These are ones I just made recently with scraps from journals, and I hadn't done anything with them. They were just sitting on my desk, so they were very handy to grab. I'm including some of these flashcards from Mrs. Coggs. I wonder if any of these would be general enough to glue onto that. Yeah, I'll let you do that. I'll let you figure out which one you want there. Oh, there's another flashcard. I tuck that in here. This is supposed to be in here. And I'll just put a library pocket in there. A library card, I mean. I said library pocket, but I meant library card. It'll just be one of these paper ones. And I will stamp. I have two different stamps. I usually just use whatever I grab first. Two stamps that I put my name on. So I'll just do that with you watching today. I'll make some up ahead of time. And this is my 1 1/4 inch circle punch. This one says, homemade, just for you, by. And this one says, inspired by life, created by hand, one-of-a-kind art, created by. I just take a fine line pen. I put the year on it. And then I sign my name. And I will glue it to the back of that. And I need to put a hole of an eyelet in my spine so I can add a dangle. This is a 2-inch spine. So I'll make a mark in the center. I'm going to edit out the sound of the hammer. This is making the hole. So after I sew the signatures in, I can put my cord in there and attach the beads. So I have to do all of this to the third signature, or the third journal, and then I'll be sewing the journals together, and then I'll have them ready for my shop. So I'll be back with the flip through video, probably tomorrow. I'll see you then. I hope you're having a creative day. Bye.